My wife asked for a divorce after I spent 3 days planning my dad's funeral, even though she knew how important it was to me. You picked them over me, she said when I walked in. There are moments in life that just hit you like a freight train, moments that rip apart everything you thought you knew. For me, it was the day my wife looked me dead in the eye, just 3 days after I'd buried my father, a man I hadn't always seen eye to eye with, but my father nonetheless, and she coldly said, "You chose them over me." I didn't yell, I didn't argue. I just nodded, packed my bag, and walked out. What followed was a whirlwind that exposed betrayals I never saw coming, and taught me what it truly means to defend what's yours. It all started when I got the call. Dad. The name on my phone faded as the screen went dark. He was gone. A heart attack, they said, quick and painless. But I knew better. Nothing about Spencer Renner's life had ever been quick or painless. I sat there, running my hand over the smooth mahogany of my desk, looking out at the Boston skyline from my office. I'd built an empire in private security by 42, something my father, a tough Marine turned construction worker, never quite grasped. Another late night, and then Audrey, my wife of 15 years, was there in the doorway. Sleek blonde hair, moving with that grace that still got me, just like the first time I saw her at a charity gala. I was security, she was serving champagne and ambition. My father died, I said, the words feeling hollow. There was a beat. Oh, she said. When's the funeral? I need to arrange it. I was already on my feet, mentally ticking off the endless list of things to do. I'll be heading to Vermont tonight. Probably be there a few days. A shadow crossed her face. But the Westfields party is this weekend. We've been planning for months. Your contacts will all be there. My jaw tightened. My father is dead, Audrey. She stepped closer. You haven't spoken to him in, what, 3 years? You've complained about him your entire life. Now suddenly you're dropping everything. He was still my father, I said, my voice tight. And I'm your wife. We have plans, responsibilities, opportunities. Her hand slid up my arm. Send flowers. Make a donation. But you don't need to upend our lives for a man who never approved of them. I gently removed her hand. I'm going to Vermont. I'll be back when it's done. I packed mechanically, dark suits, dress shirts, the watch my father had given me when I graduated high school, the only thing he'd ever given me that truly mattered. As I loaded my suitcase into the Audi, Audrey appeared in the garage doorway. This is a mistake, Dom. I looked at her, really looked, and for a moment, I saw something unfamiliar in her eyes. Something calculating, maybe. I just nodded. Maybe, but it's mine to make. The 4-hour drive north gave me too much time to think. About my father, the man who'd raised me alone after my mother died, with all the tenderness of a drill sergeant. About our last argument, when he'd shown up at my office all gruff and unannounced. You've got fancy suits now, but you're still that scrawny kid who needed my help. He growled. I built this company from nothing. I'd shot back. Nothing? I put food in your mouth. I put ambition in your heart. Everything yours started with me. We hadn't spoken since. And now, pulling into Shelburne, Vermont, population 7,717, I wondered if he'd been right. The funeral home was exactly what I expected, tasteful, subdued, overpriced. The director, Mr. Calloway, guided me through options with practiced solemnity. Your father was well respected in the community, he offered. Military honors would be appropriate. Yes, I agreed. And I want his friends from the construction company invited. Open bar afterward. When my phone buzzed with Audrey's name, I sent it to voicemail. By midnight, I'd secured the church, arranged for the casket, drafted an obituary. In his sparse living room, surrounded by fishing trophies and military commendations, I finally allowed myself a moment to feel. Not grief, exactly. Something more complex. Full story on channel, link below. Watch what happened next.